Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we are going to be breaking down how to customize and set up your Moomoo account for swing trading. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Carter. I've been a full-time swing trader in the stock market for 6 years, and Moomoo is the broker that I've pretty much always used. I absolutely love them. I'll put them down below, so if you guys want to sign up with them, you guys can get up to 15 free stock just by signing up. So check them out down below. And guys, very, very exciting news. If you guys are looking to learn how to swing trade like I do, I have an amazing school where I teach people my strategies, my mindset, how I find stock and opportunity, and you guys can use code half off to get 50% off. So check it out down below, and I'll see you in there, guys. It's absolutely fantastic, but let's jump into this here. So once you guys download Moomoo, the downloadable version I am using is the Windows because I have a Windows computer. It may change if you guys are on the Macintosh or MacBook Air. Now, once you guys load up Moomoo, you'll see these menu tabs. This is going to be how you kind of navigate through the markets and navigate through the broker. The top two that I use is the watch list and I use the explore tab. So I want to talk about really how I set my chart up for swing trading. Now, a lot of people love to have a million charts, a million scanners up and ready to go. For me, I love the expression MISS, M-I-S-S, make it simple, stupid. I don't like to overcomplicate my trades. I don't like to overcomplicate my charting and have so many indicators and moving average lines and things that I get overwhelmed and I get confused. And what happens when I have that is I lose money. With trading, my job is to do one thing, and that's to make money. So for me, I always have my chart the way I feel more comfortable, and that's just having very, very basic indicators that I 100% fully understand. I think that's super, super important here. So with swing trading, probably one of the more important things here is your time frame. So with Moomoo, up on the upper left-hand corner of the screen here, you guys will see the company that's on watch. I just put McDonald's. You'll see ultra day, so this is the day today in the market. You'll see the 5-day, which it represents the 5-day period. You'll see 1 day. Now, this is where it kind of changes here. You guys will notice we jump from a line chart to a candlestick chart. Now, each candlestick here, so each of these, red or green candlesticks, they represent 1 day of trading with McDonald's stock. So as you zoom out, it may look a little overwhelming, but just understand that right now, all you got to do is look on the bottom of the screen. So right now, this full chart is since 2019, and each candlestick represents 1 day. So you guys can see this is a very, very important thing as a swing trader because time frames are super important. Now, on average, I hold my swing trades for about 6 to 9 days. So what that means is I'm not going to be looking at the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart won't do me good. The 3 minute chart won't do me any good. I like to look at the daily, weekly, and even some cases monthly and quarterly, depending on the time frame. Now, one thing I do notice is the 1 week, I will most likely hold that position a little longer. The 1 month, I'll mostly hold this position a little longer. The quarterly, I'll hold this position a little longer. So, I think understanding your time frames is super, super important with your trades. So on average, I mostly use the daily chart. So you guys will see that I have all of these lines here. I have a blue line, a red line, this line right here, and then this squiggly line on the bottom. So let's just start on the top and work our way down here. So this blue line represents something called the 90-day moving average line. What we have a tendency of seeing, it acts as support and resistance. So you guys can see we did get a little bit of some buying pressure on that, establishing some decent support where the stock pretty much went, from this 280 all the way up to almost $300, sold off, back down to the red line. The red line represents the 200-day moving average line. So the main difference between the two is support and, pretty much support and a couple of other things like trend indication, harder support and resistance. So the 200-day moving average line, so this red line will act as a harder support than the blue line. So this is super important because if you're looking to possibly place a trade, this one is a little different, but you would be most likely wanting to trade on this red line rather than the blue line. it's super important here, and we'll pull up another stock like Google. This was our more recent swing trade that we took, and you guys can see that the stock sold off down to this level here at that 200-day moving average line, and it's rallied up ever since. So absolute great trade here, and we'll talk about how to add all of this stuff here very shortly. Now on the bottom here, you guys will notice we have this squiggly line. So this is the RSI line. This is the relative strength index. This captures momentum in a stock. So what you look for is the higher up the RSI is, the more overvalued this stock could be and a higher chance of sell-off, compared to on the bottom when it's pretty much below a 30, we've seen tendencies of a lot of buying pressure under the stock. So let's look back at history. So you guys will see curls down, hits a 27, and we had that great move. Looking back, the last time it was at those levels was all the way in here, which hit that red line, took a trade there. And as you continue to go back, you will slowly realize that when it's undervalued on the RSI, we've seen these tendencies of getting great buying pressure. So that's super important. Those are the top 3 indicators that I use for my trades. I use the 90, 200, and the RSI lines. Now, you might be saying, well, Carter, what is all this stuff here? How do you add these lines and all this? So one thing that I love about Moomoo is they have very good charting tools. So on the upper left-hand corner, right below the time management, is going to be all of these trend lines and different things here. So what's cool about this is you guys can click this and you guys can see all of the breakdown of these lines. So if you guys wanted to draw out support and resistance, all you got to do is go to horizontal line and say, okay, boom, and click the spot where you see a lot of resistance or whatever it may be. So you guys can see you can always adjust it here just like that. And then another cool thing here is just the basic trend line. So if you wanted to try drawing a trend, you guys can do it like that as well. Now, looking at trend lines, it's super important because trend lines have very strong indication for support and resistance. So make sure you guys learn how to draw those out. It's very important and crucial for trading. So as you have this here, you guys can always adjust the paint color. So if you want to have green, or if you want to have like red, you always can adjust it. And I think that's super important here too. So we'll just change it back. And then in order to delete, you guys can either delete up top or you guys can just click delete on your keyboard and it will delete there. So looking here, you guys, this has different patterns. Now this does not pattern recognize. So this is different things. So you guys can draw out like your stock like that. So it's different things here. I think is super cool to have so you guys can practice some of your management and your pattern recognition. But the things that I use more often is going to be this position here. So this here is super fun and exciting. So if you're a long trader like myself, so you're buying low and selling high, all you got to do is click right here. And what's really cool about this is you guys can adjust to keep all of your things better suited. So what I mean by this is you can, before your trade, you can use this tool, draw out your stop loss, your entry, and all of your risk management skills. So this is a fantastic tool that Moomoo does offer. So on top of that, it'll give you your target, your closed P&L, your risk and reward, and then your stop loss. So you're setting your stops at 2%, 2.5%, and then your target at 14%. So you're risking $1 to make $5.87. This tool is absolutely fantastic, and I really do recommend it. Another cool thing that they have is just the price range. So if you want to get a general idea of how high the position's going, or even vice versa for your stop loss, you guys can do it that way too. And you can do it, change that. And then if you want to do green going forward for buying pressure, you guys can do that here too. So all you got to do is just adjust it like that. So I think that's really awesome. So you guys can really keep track of all of your stuff. But this is why I love Moomoo. Another cool thing that I think that a lot of people don't realize is they have this verse tab up on the right hand corner. So you guys can put in different things. So you guys can see how Google is doing versus like the S&P 500. And you guys can put it in, click confirm, And now you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, in the past, 3 months, Google is or underperforming the S&P. In the past year or 3 years, now things start changing. Google is outperforming the S&P. So, having these indicators, having these comparison tools are really, really awesome ways to help your trading. So we can delete that. And then another cool thing that I do think is important here is the earnings report. So you guys can see all the earnings. And then up on the upper, top, you guys can see all these dots here. This represents some sort of news going on. So all you got to do is click that and it'll give you kind of a general idea of what's going on in the market today and why we're getting so much buying pressure involved, because Google today is up about 5%. So having these indicators, understanding all of this is how I set up my swing trades. I don't like to overcomplicate my stuff. I keep my watch list on the right or on the left-hand corner of the screen so I can navigate through them. And I just go from there. I think that is crucial for your trading, is understanding what's going on and everything like that, guys. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, by all means, ask. And if you guys want to learn more about trading, check out my school. And if you guys want to sign up for Moomoo, check them out down below. I'll put them down below. But guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.